The saga of TikTok's ban in the United States is a multifaceted story of geopolitics, cybersecurity, corporate maneuvering, and cultural clashes. This journey encompasses concerns about national security, debates over freedom of speech, and tension between the United States and China. The ban, finalized in 2025, marks the culmination of years of scrutiny and legislative battles. This video delves into the intricate timeline, key players, and underlying motivations that led to the ban. This is Bernard, and you're watching African Dream Motivation. Stay tuned. TikTok, a short video platform developed by Chinese company ByteDance, rose to global prominence in the late 2010s. Its innovative algorithm captured users' attention, making it one of the most downloaded apps in history. However, its ties to China raised eyebrows in Washington. The US government, under the Trump administration, first scrutinized TikTok in 2019 and 2020, citing concerns that the app could share American users' data with the Chinese government. These allegations were rooted in China's 2017 National Intelligence Law, which obliged Chinese companies to cooperate with government intelligence operations. In 2020, then-President Donald Trump issued an executive order to ban TikTok unless ByteDance sold its US operations to an American company. The administration argued that TikTok's data collection posed a national security threat, particularly as the app gained popularity among the young Americans. However, the ban faced legal challenges. Federal courts temporarily blocked the ban, ruling that it violated the First Amendment rights of TikTok users. This legal stalemate left the app's fate uncertain and passed the baton to the next administration. Under President Joe Biden, the focus shifted from outright bans to comprehensive regulatory frameworks. The administration revoked Trump's executive order in 2021, but initiated a thorough review of TikTok's under the Committee of Foreign Investment in the United States. The review examined ByteDance's data practices and its ability to protect US users' data from Chinese influence. This approach aimed to strike a balance between addressing national security concerns and avoiding the appearance of stifling innovation or cultural exchange. In late 2022, bipartisan support coalesced around the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversaries Controlled Application Act. This legislation provided the US government with broader powers to ban apps deemed a national security risk. TikTok became the first major platform targeted under this law. The legislation cited TikTok's extensive data collection, potential for disinformation campaigns, and its ownership by a Chinese entity as key factors. Lawmakers argued that the app could be weaponized in geopolitical conflicts, particularly amid rising tensions over Taiwan. In March 2023, the Biden administration escalated measures against TikTok, including threats of a nationwide ban unless ByteDance divested TikTok's US operations. Following this, bipartisan support in Congress led to the introduction of new measures to address potential threats from foreign-owned technologies. One of these measures, often referred to as the Restrict Act, imposed stringent conditions on foreign apps TikTok was given until January 19, 2025 to provide verifiable assurances about data storage and access controls to fully divert its US operations from bypass, and finally, demonstrate compliance with US laws and regulations designed to mitigate security risk. As the January 19, 2025 deadline approached, TikTok intensified its public relations efforts to counter the impending US ban. The company highlighted initiatives like Operation Texas, aiming to store US users' data on domestic servers managed by Oracle to address security concerns. Despite these measures, the US Supreme Court upheld the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Application Act, mandating ByteDance to divert its US operation or face a ban. In response, TikTok ceased operations for 870 million US users on January 18, 2025, just before the ban took effect. This shutdown prompted users and creators to express concerns over free expression and economic impact, with many migrating to alternative platforms like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Red Note. President-elect Donald Trump indicated a potential 90-day extension to allow ByteDance more time to divest its US operations, aiming for a political resolution to keep TikTok operational. However, key Republican figures, including Senate Intelligence Committee Chairman Tom Cotton, argued against any extension without complete severance of TikTok's tie to the Chinese government. The TikTok ban underscores a broader trend of US-China decoupling, with significant implications for technology regulation, global trade, and cultural diplomacy. Analysts suggest that the ban may worsen tensions between the two nations, potentially leading to retaliatory measures and further fragmentation of the global digital landscape. As the situation evolves, questions remain about the future of other Chinese apps in the US, the impact on innovation and free expression, and the fate of creators and businesses that relied on TikTok. In a significant policy reversal, President Donald Trump's new administration has taken decisive steps to reinstate TikTok in the United States. These moves mark a departure from his previous effort to ban the platform during his first term over national security concerns. On January 20, 2025, his first day back in office, President Trump signed an executive order granting TikTok a 75-day reprieve from the existing ban. This order delayed the enforcement of the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Application Act, which had mandated the divestiture of TikTok's US operations by its Chinese parent company, ByteDance. The executive order aimed to provide the administration with time to negotiate a solution that addresses national security concerns while preserving the app's availability to its 170 million American users. President Trump proposed exploring options for US ownership stake in TikTok to mitigate security risk associated with foreign control. He suggested the possibility of a joint venture where the United States will hold a 50% ownership position, thereby ensuring that American interests are safeguarded. This approach indicates a shift from an outright ban to a collaborative solution that maintains the app's operations under increased US oversight. Following the executive order, TikTok promptly resumed its services in the United States. The app had been temporarily inaccessible to the US users due to compliance with the previous ban. The restoration was facilitated by assurances from the Trump administration that companies like Apple and Google will not face legal repercussions for hosting the app during the 75-day extension period. This move underscored the administrative's commitment to keeping the platform operational while seeking a long-term resolution. The administration's action has elicited varied responses from industry stakeholders and the public. Tech companies and CEOs have been actively engaging with the administration to align with its policies. Notably, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg met with President Trump and implemented changes to his platform's policies, including ending third-party fact-checking and adjusting content moderation practices. These efforts reflect a broader trend of tech companies seeking to navigate the evolving regulatory landscape under the new administration. For TikTok's vast user base, particularly among young Americans, the app's reinstatement has been met with relief. Many users rely on the platform for entertainment, information, and income generation. The administration's decision to delay the ban and explore collaborative solutions has been perceived as a positive development, ensuring continued access to a platform that has become integral to many users' daily lives. While the executive order provides a temporary solution, legal experts have raised questions about the president's authority to unilaterally delay enforcement of a law passed by Congress and upheld by the Supreme Court. The situation highlights a complex interplay between legislative authority, executive action, and judicial oversight in the realms of technology regulations. The Trump administration's strategic maneuvering to reinstate TikTok exemplifies a dedicated balance between safeguarding national security and embracing technological innovation. This approach not only addresses immediate concerns but also sets a precedent for future interactions between government policy and global digital platforms. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell for more.